Tea parties are a must for the
Okay.
well-mannered.
Yes, my mic's working.
Like to learn the proper etiquette.
Okay, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I will enter thing. Last episode, or technically yesterday, I streamed also. Tried to stream this episode 21. But I had internet problems with OBS. But I fixed it. I've been working the whole day trying to make it work, and luckily it's fixed now. The games normally went well, even if the problem was when I started streaming, it went bad.
Be happy to teach.
So normally this was like now it's like around 20, but normally when I started streaming, like earlier today and yesterday, it went to 9,999 or something like that. Okay, last episode. Anyway, back to the episode. Last time we got Furina. Finally got her. And she's also the character from this episode in the thumbnail. I mean. Hey Ari, welcome to the stream. I'm finally starting. Also, this might be the last Genshin stream for the next few weeks, I guess. Because I'm going on vacation soon. I'm just saying it's already, because it will happen. For the quest... we need to go here. And I'm already went from like this area towards that area on the stream that I've technically have already deleted from yesterday. Because the lag was really bad at the moment. There wasn't lag, more connection problems. Okay, let's see what we're getting into. Caravan Bebat. Small settlement, I guess.
This wall is the desert, huh? Oh wow!
From jungle to desert.
Call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Wait.
Huh?
You?
Over here.
Did you level your furina yet? I guess. The artifacts I tried to farm with someone haven't really leveled up yet. Because I don't know what's best there or not. Also, I've done some farming with someone else with help. So I got all these golden artifacts. So for me, I need to figure out which one is better for which. And at what moment. These were best for Furina, I've heard. And leveling just level 50. If I wanna do this again, I need to defeat this boss a couple of times. Which I can probably do, but I'm not really focused into leveling up my characters for some reason. It's still pretty weak. I'm not planning to cut my world level up after last time. So let's follow this old haven. I need to take some time in and
What the?
do stuff.
Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
These sets are good, but the 4 sets are better. Yeah, but I don't know what 4 sets are better. It's just, even with stats, I'm not really good with all that.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
The white artifact one.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the
Golden
academy.
Trip, if I'm not mistaken.
You really gave Paimon a scare,
Okay.
Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Yeah.
Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and
What?
you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
It must be what?
You really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices and remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the
Yeah.
academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
I don't know.
No matter.
Probably.
Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
Are you village,
It's
yeah.
the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go.
Okay. Let me check that golden troop. This one is... Problem is, I don't see any golden troop. Let's filter to golden troop, I guess. Golden troop, confirm filter. Yeah, the problem is, how can I do a 4-piece if I don't even have here golden troop settings? Like none, one, none, that, none. Like I can only have 2 at the most. Or 3 technically. I do need to think what's better for this, like attack, HP, recharge, or defense, elemental mastery. Genshin build furina. Okay, it's fine. It's better to at least bring your level up first. Yeah, I'm just deciding which of the three I want to do to level up first. If I go about the one that says there. Yeah, let's look at the weapon. This one. Perphonius sword. Not artifacts, okay. Let's just complete this quest. I don't care about that much about yeah, I now see this is technically the edge to the desert. And Aru village is definitely the closest in the desert. I can always just TP towards it, but that's not how I go. I could technically do an side tour to get some items to get furina up. Always possible. Is my mic still working? Just gonna check at it. Yes. So let's keep it with the healing. I don't know. So basically this a boss I've fought before off stream, I think.
How brilliant!
Nice. Wow.
Crap. Just get that thing.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Okay.
The show begins!
Scatter! Spring forth!
To ashes!
Just trying to fight this boss. Okay.
Propagate!
Wheel of life.
May I present?
Okay. We did the thing. I'm just.
How brilliant!
Yeah, I guess it is the most gacha part of the game, but still, it's technically a pretty cool boss in Fontaine. And there are only those balls all scattered around the world that you can get parts of for specific characters. It makes sense that it's for Furina, because Furina is the water Archon, or the Hydro Archon.
Terminate! Propagate!
I don't know if the fighting mode is better or the healing mode.
How brilliant!
But thinking about it, the fighting mode is immune. Even though at the same time, I do think maybe the damage boost is smart to have, but at the same time, level characters do lose health at the fighting mode. That's how furina works, definitely, what I have learned so far of playing her a little bit.
Scatter!
Okay.
The show begins! Life goes on.
Propagate! Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. I don't want the best character there is, just a good enough character.
Faster? Okay, faster. Power that ended high shot!
Okay, this does do a lot to this hydro tool power, whatever this is. Okay, I'm already killing it. Okay. Confirm. Got 2 of those. I need another 2. So basically that's how you get leveled up with stuff. I do think, because I'm a dendro thing. About what? I think this one is good. Deep food memories, that one is good, I guess. I don't know what UID is. Let's give it 8. Noblesse Oblige. Just switch to that. That one doesn't really have one good thing. And give this one also Noblesse Oblige. Now it has Noblesse Oblige and Deep Food. The one right bottom corner of your screen. Yeah, where? Oh, user ID. Yeah, I do see my... oh, I see. Yeah, I do see it. It's always there. Even in screenshots I take, unless I put something off, I can see it even in screenshot I take. Is it that bad to have it out? Like, is it making me dox myself by having that out? I think that's good. Let's just go from Rapid the bot towards the next quest detail. Because we're now in this space, which looks amazing, like the detail. All these small spaces. It's kind of lived in, but at the same time, I don't see where people would live. There are mostly shops there. It makes your Primos minus. What do you mean Primo minus? I can maybe pull for Sessuine. No, I'm not. It took me already a lot to get furina. And the same car, it will be the same cards I got on the side, so it is not really worth it. Don't. It makes your Primo minus. I don't know what you mean with Primo minus. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull for Sisween. That's stupid. I'm waiting until the next banner happens. And even then I might miss it because of the vacation. Unless I do it on get it on phone. I may be able to do the dailies then. But my phone is not really that good to get that. I can't, because I look at the symbol, because I'm in a quest. I can't go to things.
Scatter!
May I present? Surprise.
Okay, let's just take care of this mushroom things. We're heading to the desert. Which I technically already been, even on the stream I think. Get the world point. Makes the world definitely a lot bigger.
Ticket. Go on. You have my approval.
Damage stance, yeah, I don't like to use that, mostly because it takes a lot of damage from your characters. But I do use it. I just haven't seen any difference so far. That's it. But I know there is. I only didn't use it at the boss earlier because it was a water boss. So the damage that it gives you would be useless. Yeah, I know. Using Furina and Chi-Chi as a combo might be good because it is also a good combination with having fire and ice, water and ice. Making them wet and then freezing them.
How brilliant!
Though I do need to heal my characters.
Wheel of light.
Grab tea for condensed resin.
Before us lies Aru Village,
Yeah.
safe haven of the desert folk.
I've been here like once.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place!
Let's check it out. Lovely. Oh. Animation. Chino. I know this character mostly because he is voiced by a voice actor that I know from YouTube. Just but that voice actor is also a YouTuber.
Sino.
Gonna fight him?
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here.
All the
is it?
desert.
Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the
Okay.
ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
I didn't know a lot
You
about
seem
this
to have
character.
placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking.
Like
my
all I
attack.
know about this character itself is that he likes to make joke or something.
Choose to
Bad
say.
jokes.
I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
If you minimize the map, you see the progress. Yeah.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Yeah, I know, yeah, then.
The divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Dubious.
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two.
Hey there.
All tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way.
Yeah.
2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did
Okay.
either of you hear a word I just said?
I don't think so. Sandstorm.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Okay.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
It's a desert road.
Hey, all of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
That's another character that's playable, I guess.
Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace.
Candace.
Come on, you.
As in, from
Jeez,
Phineas
all
a
of you
verb.
academia folks, such hard work. Move it.
All right, stop yelling.
Going inside. Is he not gonna sit with us? Let's have a talk.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
It's
Please, let me
fine.
introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
2 different colored eyes.
Our savior has come up. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted,
Okay.
we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof,
Is she a
I
4-star?
will not hesitate to send them out for
That
some
means that I
quality
can
time
definitely
with
get her
creatures of
if
the
she is in
sandstorm.
a future banner, that is.
Oh, on second thought,
Or I
Paimon
will
may
be
have misjudged
very lucky.
Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
Well,
A little while ago,
they got so
I
long with
discovered
Shishi.
that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning.
And
and
even though
development
these 2
files.
characters even connected to each other, because one is
Clearly
from
did
2
not
different
match the
areas.
project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of
I mean,
incriminating
standard
evidence
characters.
were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from
Oh,
the very
5-star
beginning.
characters.
Unsurprisingly, the
that
Grand
are...
Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge.
Yeah.
The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
I guess. Scientific.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's
Hey,
no need for someone else
welcome
to
to
give me
the
power
stream,
or authority. Once I
GG.
find the truth, I will
My first
administer
5-star
judgment
character that
on my
I
own
fooled is here, apparently.
Samus seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no
Okay.
longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
What was the old story just made up? Okay.
Simo, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your
Yeah.
suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
That seems
most
too good to be
enticing
true.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists.
What are you talking
That
about?
gave me all I
Abby.
needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it
Yeah.
a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I
Yeah.
only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham
Yeah.
helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Yeah,
You should
curiosity
be well
killed the
aware of
cat.
Scribe Alhaitham.
Or something like that.
Curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy. For now.
As you wish.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What's that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Oh.
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
We were fighting dragons and so.
I don't want some backup.
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Or 4-star maybe.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Yeah, they didn't really talk. I got Chi-Chi. Furina last episode. Heal.
Life goes on.
So this is the area we were in. Yeah, definitely smaller than I thought. Looked bigger in the thumbnail, in the animations and the talking. I don't know. Enter the village chief house. So here's also the teleport points. And we're up here. Just wait until you get her again. I would hate it. Is it really that high of a chance to get lose the 50-50 and get Chi-Chi? What's the chance of getting other maybe 5-star?
You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Like, is it possible to get Fisui next banner?
Coming in waves.
As in 50-50
I
loss.
count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Oh, those wall things.
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Oh, are we getting her as a trial character? No, we don't. These enemies have a weird thing that they have like a symbol above their name.
To ashes!
Or maybe need to look into it, what it actually does.
Strike a pose! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Okay. What's the point of healing if they still get removed? Healing gets done. Okay.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
But is there a chance, like losing the 50-50 and get the character?
The aftermath of the sandstorm.
Probably not,
So we should
like.
be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Random NPC, because that's definitely not a playable character.
Who are you?
Ah, my
Yeah,
apologies.
exactly,
I
not a
haven't
playable
had a chance to
character.
greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent.
The standard one. Which are the standard 50-50, the 5 stars?
According to an
Like
investigator who stayed in the village a while
Gene.
ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones. in the
Like
forest.
Chichi, Mona, Jean,
Here
Deluxe.
in the desert?
The ones you said
Everything in the
before.
natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they?
7.
Village guards like Candace?
I would get Ternai, would be fun to get. Or Jean,
Village keeper
Deluxe.
is how Aru village refers to
Actually,
mad
all of them would be
scholars
cool to
exiled here by
get.
the academia. Most of them
Except
are
for
scholars who
Chi-Chi.
lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate.
Yeah.
One by one, the village keepers
But they all have the
been
same chance to
mysteriously
get.
disappearing
Or some
without
high chance to get
trace.
Chi-Chi,
No
then
one in the
Jean, or
village
something
has
like
ever
that.
seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Okay.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars.
Hypatia.
First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But,
Who was
it's
Hypatia
really
again?
a good idea to tag along with Sino. You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance.
I think I trust
No
Sino
doubt I
more.
will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Okay, or I think I could trust Sino, maybe. He's a fun character. I guess. Back into the village.
I've
hello.
sent myself into exile.
Try
I'm
my
still doing essentially the
UID.
same things. Do you still have any questions for me? But one of my former subordinates
Can I do
told me
that?
academia has long. When Mad Skull initially, Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him,
What green
like a
light?
divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft
Okay.
green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
No idea. Nahida?
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So,
I guess.
what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals,
Yeah.
so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
And we're not lying.
Good. Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How
Yep.
can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier
Okay.
said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My
What's
name
this,
is
Grandpa?
Isaac.
Isaac.
You're...
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
Okay.
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please.
Hard to comment on those
help me
things.
with
I don't
them.
know.
I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's find that grandpa or something like that.
I know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Okay.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Okay. Yeah, I can do this. Should I do your ID? What did you want to do, Abby? You said you wanted to try my UID. So what's your UID? Oh. Yeah, but I don't know what your UID is. Did you say it earlier? Did I miss it? My UID. I type it. Okay. Eight, 1, 1. Three, is it? Okay, maybe not put the things in. Okay. Player not found. I think because you're on a different server. Like this Europe server in Europe of Asia. So it makes sense. Okay, let's just continue with the story. Can I go in this building? Nope. I need to go up then. The whole team is just...
Go. Faster? Okay, faster.
So let's enter the house. Instantly talking. Yep.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to
Gotta
Isak
go. Okay.
and patted
See you
him on the
later.
head.
Or
He even took Isak
next
to the
time.
entrance of the village,
Abby.
where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret.
It's the
But even
desert.
so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Okay.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Okay.
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much. Yeah!
Okay, let's find the grandpa.
Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Or something like that. I need to be more excited or something. I'm just sitting there, doing almost nothing. I need to say more. I'm mostly saying things in gameplay. And when it's a story, I barely say anything. Because I'm maybe listening or doing something else. Yeah, I don't think I can get that one yet.
Life goes on. Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Okay. First, thing, okay. We just ask multiple things. Nothing up here. It's an interesting small village, I guess.
The scholars
made
that
up
have
the
gone
desert.
missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Just talking to villagers. Maybe just head this way. Interesting looking around. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna find them inside of the village itself.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now.
Is he lying?
Isak, let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
What's going on? Follow Sino.
Of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
I don't know. Sacrificing the old people.
That does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
He definitely looks like Anubis.
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir.
Well,
We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side,
he sounds
it's
like
only
a
a matter of time before
turtle.
we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking.
Again.
But then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said. Please don't beat me up.
So
Just
it
for
isn't
mentioning
just
these
that
rumors.
one grandpa.
If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many
What are their
ways to
names?
stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Okay, threaten them, okay? Let's threaten them.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh,
I heard that.
sorry.
It's part of being a Matra.
Okay.
The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Might find something there.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Okay.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new...
On the other side. Actually, this place is bigger than I thought. Look at this. I didn't know there was... It's that far down.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
So he isn't delusional. Okay.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
Going to whiff of incense? No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Definitely that one.
Okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No, no need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Similar.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Okay, so it's maybe a scholar close by. Always possible. Maybe it's still burning. This path goes nowhere, like... This isn't a dead end, so this is basically a cave. Yeah. Oh wait, that goes further, but yeah, it's not a passageway, it's more a cave. Hey, Crimson, welcome to the stream. I don't know. Just doing the main quest stuff. Reading Sino and stuff.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Take a look up what?
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in that direction.
Okay.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured
Maybe
him away with
enemies?
the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time. That's true.
Something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So
Yeah.
someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
It's to resurrect King
Are the
Deshret.
rumors really true?
Probably, that's what I'm thinking. Seems possible.
The disappearance of
So
all the mad
indeed.
scholars have something
Right.
to do with the radicals?
It's
Radicals.
highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
But just because he was a scholar,
Don't you worry.
he was a
Sam.
target.
We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Yeah. There's something up here. Oh! There's a place up here, and that is where the thing is. Oh! Wind current. Didn't notice that last time. Let's just talk here. Because, well, I mean, thing, when I'm doing the thing, I'm barely talking. I feel bad. Like, I know no one is watching right now, but there are people that are watching maybe in the future. It will be always on the internet. Or maybe someone is joining at the very moment. Look at this! Like, was it always like that with Gigi? The holding thing. Okay, let's just take care of these nuisance.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Okay, take care of that thing. It's flying away apparently.
The show begins.
Okay. Okay, let's just get some of the items and get the chest.
Treasure chests. Do we like treasure chests?
Yes, we do. Also, there's 3. I think I need to collect some of these wood because I don't really have that much of this type of wood. I think, I don't know. I think that's about enough. Wait, we might be able to go to the village from here. This is a nice view, this place. Wait, is that something? That floating island. Oh, I see Fontaine from here also as well. I hope I can see Mondstadt from here. Gate Palace. Nah. I guess I can see it. Maybe that thing in the distance is maybe this. But it's probably not. If Dagger's Fire is like a distant thing that you can barely see, you can definitely see how far we are from there. How much is in the way. Okay, let's see around more. What is going on here? Going next to the... Should be in a thing here. I don't see it. Oh, of course it's downwards. I need to look around more. This place does look cool, I guess. Oh, instantly going into the next
The darker
cutscene.
fabric definitely looks a lot better. That
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Oh, Haven though.
Seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
Yeah.
The
Follow-
resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what should we do then?
Suspicious.
Go back to the academia and
NPCs around.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Delavar, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit,
Okay.
Unger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tail bearded crook. A
Ducktail.
lot of them are known around these parts.
Weird name. I don't remember those names.
These
Like,
guys have one thing in common.
my character has a
and
better
that's
memory than
growth.
me.
The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway,
Yeah, makes
that's my
sense.
guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's
I
head out.
guess.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet the desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive
Okay.
on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
You have fighting skills. What?
I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're...
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot
She's
to me.
being
We'll try our
bait,
best to figure
trying
out
to,
where the
act
mad
like
scholars
bait.
have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating. on
Lure
your
them
own.
out.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, she knows we're being listened to. Now they were going against Dea, not knowing that Dea can actually fight. Okay, where do I need to go? All the way to Cavera. It's okay. Even though it is still the desert, it's still a little bit foresty here with all the bushes and stuff. What's going on here? Worship statue? Not enough. Let's just walk back. Maybe we can take out those Okay, some meat. Always good to get some. Let's just head up. Cannot switch characters. Oh, okay, now I can. Need to go back. I guess this challenge leads me back to the rest of the
What
place.
a pleasant surprise. Truly an extra slice of joy.
Yes, it is. Let's check a little bit in the jungle itself. Because I do need to go a lot in the jungle, maybe. I don't know. There are multiple areas, like from here to here to here. Let's see what's all the way down. Of course I die just from fall damage.
Strike a pose.
Eyes on me!
Okay. Stick down these ruffians.
Present. Stop that.
Propagate!
Definitely have more.
How dare you?
No, I don't know. Let's get the chest.
Take it.
Even though right now I don't really need those things. Is it a way to... No, I need a fire. Let's change TC2
Where
maybe.
we headed this time?
Coma. To get the fire flower. Switch party.
What's happening?
Pretty deep waters. Let's just just to look around a bit. Let's just head to the place that I need to go. Like, I don't care about things, just continue the main story.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yep.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
Is it really that
I know
tall?
what you mean. I had the same question every time.
Like,
I
we
walked
have
this way
seen
when I was a
taller
kid.
things.
Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Like, Dagger Spire is
It
higher
was
up.
only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Satari
Of
are
course.
1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking.
Also,
that's
it's
all.
terrible to turn down those
We're here to
walls,
procure information, aren't we?
because then the desert will expand towards the jungle. It's a terrible idea. What?
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Okay, so this the tavern is here.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Is it a tavern? It's just one table.
Is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Okay.
And who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it?
Drinking buddy.
Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him.
Okay. Of course he's back there. It's like, is this a whole tavern? Just one chair, one table and chair? Like, and this is the bar? There's not even that in a hotel. This house is pretty thin, I will say. And unless this window is a door, I don't know how you get inside. Some things make logical sense and others don't. But it makes sense, it's just a game. They're trying to make it realistic, but there are things that don't even make sense. I guess we could just walk from here. It's technically pretty useless to use furina here because it's a desert, it's not that much water. Even though there's more water than I guessed. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Different waterways. I guess. What is up here? Ooh, down. So here.
Are we there yet?
This is a trap.
This is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
You fell for our
so you
talking.
and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engur, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Okay.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Let's fight them. We're stronger. The strongest was me the whole time.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Bam, 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 and done. Okay.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured
I noticed
this was the
that.
first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
Chicken something.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
Oh, who's the ducktail? Oh, that's the one.
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So,
Okay.
that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About
how
what?
mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
No.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Okay. Already at the village.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been
Okay.
guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds
For
good.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Somewhere up here now. Wait till the next morning. I can do that. But I can also just do more challenges. Just waiting until the next banners drop, maybe getting the 4 stars then. And then building up my pity so that I can get maybe the... Oh, there. Let's just try again. Challenge failed, yeah. I didn't know where to go from there. Okay.
The show begins.
Let's just heal a little bit more. Just go from ping to ping. No. Seven, 8. Okay, that's the 8th one.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Okay, let's just go back to the village thing. And then wait until the morning. Between what? 6 to 12. Okay.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Yeah.
Come on.
Blackmailing and stuff.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Nice.
Oh, there's no
I don't know.
mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes.
Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
Yeah.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know, please. Just...
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea.
It was the Fatui.
Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection.
It's the Fatui, isn't it?
And we can get anything
Like an
we wish for.
arbiter.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay. How does the mystery man look like?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe
Cover his face.
I may know what's going on.
Is the doctor? Was the doctor covering his face? Like op de Fatui Arbiters.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
That's Academia.
They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless.
Yeah.
Our top priority now is
We need to
locating the
find
village keepers.
Yeah, find the village
You're right.
keepers or whatever.
Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack.
You got it.
They can be everywhere. Like,
Back here once everyone's ready.
how do we know that they are not just in Sumeru City, kept inside of the Academia or whatever?
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you
I'll
come
hate
from?
them.
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
No drunken barge.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
And that is?
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Could be possible.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
Yeah.
By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Makes sense, I guess.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes, those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
What's she?
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Okay, then we're asking. I know where she lives. It's time to see from this side. Interesting. Oh. We're going inside of her room?
Shani, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on.
Okay.
Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why is that?
results in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Okay.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Hatham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither...
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace.
Makes sense.
And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone.
At least I have some brain cells, but I'm distracted with other things. I don't know.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
Sorry if I'm pretty quiet.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Oh, those are the...
I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty.
Okay.
They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah!
Let's go to the hospital. Put the subway server video down. I will watch more. Oh, subway servers. I will watch more. Yeah. Brain rot. I guess this is a little bit boring. Most of them the stream. I'm not brain rot enough. Would be the first person who would put that next to my stream. Even though I don't know. So that's the thing. I'm mostly talking while in gameplay and not really when I'm in dialogue. Mostly because I don't want to talk over people. And because I don't know how to add on to stuff. Like, it's a good story, it's just... I don't know what to add on to it. But now, because I'm in gameplay, I'm pretty much already talking and stuff. The mermaids.
have you been hiding?
Strike a pose. Surprise.
Just heal. And just fight. Okay, investigate.
Faster. Okay,
Let's just
faster. Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand everywhere.
It's rough, irritating, and gets everywhere.
Ideal place to hide people.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here. These enemies are definitely keeping guard and stuff.
To ashes.
Okay.
Monsters, watch out!
What are monsters doing here?
Let my name echo in song. We are alive.
Okay. Prepare the town. The place in my town. Oh yeah, you're from the Middle East. Or you're from Africa, I mean. You're from have you seen the Sahara Desert? Because you basically live close to it. Like this is pretty much your area. Well, mine area where I live mostly resembles Mondstadt area. But no, I'm not from Germany. I am from a place next to it. It would be weird living in a place that has totally different nature. Stuff.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
We're on vacation. Later, next week, I'm going to the country that is based on this region, France. Yeah, I've looked it up on Google Maps. It's like definitely the desert. There's so many interesting places around the world. This. Just get this thing here. Okay, defeated it.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Like this, Tunisia. On the north side of the desert.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky?
I don't know.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Are you activating that because you're Dendro? No, I have a Dendro character that can do that. Even though I guess not everyone has a Dendro character in this main story. It is bigger than the Netherlands, Tunisia, from what I can see, I think. It's just that the desert is so big.
Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn.
Yeah, it's about 2 times the size of my country. It just looks small between between Algeria and Libya.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Natural position?
Which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast
Physics?
with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So... Physics.
You got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Yeah, we have a time cut.
What was that sound?
There it is.
Yeah, but definitely comes from this area.
It's coming from that direction.
Why didn't we investigate earlier?
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Really? I don't know if that's true.
It's from below.
Oh, the attics.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep
No,
exploring.
she isn't, like you said. Stop spreading misinformation or something like that. Okay, I guess we have to go down. Can we go past there? Oh, we need to destroy some things, I guess. Let's try to get up here. This maybe?
Stop that! Shower me with praise!
Life goes on.
Okay. Let's switch for...
Anything you need delivered?
Kirara. Okay, so they do need to destroy half Dendro characters. Oh right, at this point you probably have Collei that can help. But what if you don't? Okay. Over there. Let's heal. Does this really do more damage now?
Propagate!
Time to shine.
Scatter!
Nice.
Let's heal more.
Sacred name, Fortune Preserver. Wheel of Life.
Okay, now we have her. Have the enemy. Okay. Wait, I also I also have the Dendro Traveler. I forgot about that.
Propagate!
Oh, that makes sense. Of course you have a Dendro character if you have the Traveler. I totally forgot it, and I even have him as the Dendro state at the moment. So I didn't even need to change to Kirara.
All right, let's go.
Rise.
Also, this is close to the edge of the world, I guess. Let's get some of the things. And now the gate is gone. No, I don't care about the merchant nodes. A lot of knowledge. Yeah, maybe not talk to everything. Just continue. Let's see what's here.
There's someone over there.
Need to be careful.
Yeah. Let's approach him slowly without a...
Is it a sage?
Wait.
Yeah?
You're...
Who?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
Really?
Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something
Yeah?
Heavy. Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Rhinosaurs? Oh wait, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the arrow guy.
they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that
Experimentation.
the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps
Makes
the process
sense.
caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
Terrible.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind.
Yeah.
But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Alchemy leads to people who have been exposed to the divine
That's
consciousness.
right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder. The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal?
To have the Vatui take over.
Trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule.
To find maybe the genus,
You mean you're not even slightly interested
Geosis.
in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
The gnosis.
All scholars
I don't know.
seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected.
Yeah.
Just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Okay.
Paimon's been wanting...
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we...
Okay. Any more things underground here? Okay, so far this room is pretty much empty. Like I maybe saw a hallway, but it's probably just the entrance way. Yeah, these are just descriptions. Not interested.
What a wild and
Also, I have done the thing a little bit, the Vita lobby, the thing that's new. But at the same time, I can barely do anything for some reason. Like I was able to do like 3 sessions or whatever. 3 things claimed.
allow me to grant you the blessing of water.
But it's definitely endgame content more or less. Okay. Let's see where we're going from here. Oh. Want to get that tumbleweed. Also, recently when I first saw the tumbleweeds a few episodes ago, I think episode 15 was or something, when I went through the things. I said that tumbleweeds were just some sticks. Lately, after that, I found out that it is actually a plant that makes its spores, seeds roll out. Like as a way to travel. In that sense, I've never seen the tumbleweed in my life. Probably something American. Okay. Let's go to our village. I mean, this is where the story goes from here. Like with the academy kidnapping
We're back.
scholars.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless...
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Is he the mole?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you
he
think.
is the mole, but he isn't intended to be a spy.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the academia is trying to avoid...
The safest place would be one step behind them.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
And where is that? Sumeru City?
Let's go.
I don't know.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so...
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Finally, maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's go there. Ooh, there is an Dendrolocus or whatever. Yeah, Dendrolocus. So, are they here?
Where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
We're headed toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Yeah, let's just follow Sino. He knows what to do.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Yep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Okay. Probably pick up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
Wait.
How did it end up buried in the sand?
Why you having a gush on?
They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
So I guess they're this way.
Running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
What? No. Guess we need to climb up here. For like 14 seconds.
I'll keep this close.
Yeah. I have furina now. I pulled it last episode. In this current banner. And I have aimed Sumeru. Yeah, I've been done a lot. Like I've pretty much done every world Statue of the 7 except for the ones I can't get, like this one, and this one. But for the rest I've done all the map. And I'm actually saving my primos for the Natlan Archon. Like the Pyro Archon. Whenever that comes out. Or if any other Archon comes out before then. Because I want to get all the Archons. That is my goal for the series, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But it's definitely an interesting goal, I guess. But welcome back to the stream, Fink. What am I doing? I need to... Let's just go down. I already jumped off. Let's continue this main story. Cyno is there.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa.
Okay.
Really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
Yeah, Dia is not there.
Informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you...
How do you know if the Pyro Archon is dead? There might be a new one, like... It's just like Greater Lord Rukadavade.
Say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant.
I also don't know. I'm just in this dialogue now.
I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than...
I don't think she betrayed us.
Easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Maybe we'll see. Shut up.
Matter.
Shut up, Paimon. Yeah.
Side you pick, nothing
Agree with her.
From the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come.
Okay.
The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Nothing up the arm.
Him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He just wants to make things more difficult.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal.
You can still fight. Like, what are we doing?
Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
I don't know.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
We're not gonna play as a one-armed character.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon.
Okay.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from.
Okay.
Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Okay.
We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Okay. The following morning, go to our village. 6 to 8. Again, following morning. The entrance of the village. Okay, that's why. So. There's everyone. Sino, Alhaven, Dia, whatever.
You're all here so early.
Candace.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Okay. We need to go to the other side of the pyramid. Like, that's some walk, even if I use teleportation. Like, the closest one may be that one or that one. Let's take this one. Because I want to go a little bit through the desert.
What a wild and desolate sight.
I agree, that's pretty wild and desolate.
You lead the way.
And now use my passive characters to run through the desert.
Over here.
This place does look interesting. But to the other side of the desert. Still, a lot more grass and bushes than I expected in a desert. Another pyramid. Oh wait, there's also one thing that I've been there. I've been there once, I think. So this is the big pyramid that I see in the distance always. Like from here it's impossible to see the rest of Tibet that well. This place looks enormous, like those walls are nothing, like these walls are nothing compared to the size of that. Or the size of Dagon Spire. And this man-made, that other is more natural. Yeah, I cannot do anything here, I guess. Luckily, there's another Andro locus. Oh. That I can go to, I wanted to say, but that's an invisible box. Let's see what's wrong here. Maybe there's a maze or something. Let's follow the left wall or whatever. If it is an invisible maze. I can't even flip that. But even this is inside of an maze. No idea how the things work. Let's just go to the point. That's why I'm here anyway.
Over here.
Let's switch to characters that can fight. Now it's not that far away, so
What's happening?
things are happening, I guess.
Come with me.
Just in time. And an animation, or not.
Got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part.
You stay right there!
Okay. So we're fighting.
What do you think you're doing?
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Is it a Dendro Archon? He is wearing the Kasha. And we're sent under the sand, of course.
Paimon's dizzy.
Any men of the things? Oh, we can easily climb out of that.
Just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed.
Or faster teleport out.
The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with Dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
This is the other side of the desert.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these
This
underground
isn't
structures.
close to the desert
symbols on the
place.
gate belong to King Deshret's
The town.
civilization. This structure must be ancient. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Is it the entrance to the ginormous pyramid?
Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must
Of
have
course
fallen
they
down
also
to
fall.
this.
Yeah.
Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
It's not King Deshret,
I
it
want to
is
take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
mostly Dendro Archon.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in
Yeah,
gods.
but one
Indeed.
thing doesn't exist.
In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being.
Yeah.
Or creature, you could say.
I agree.
New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Desert Raiders. Let's talk to the...
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Okay, we can talk to him. That's where he came from. Well, then now, yeah, now there is always a hole there. If I look at the thing, is it? Yeah, it's heading towards the mausoleum of King Deshret. So that is from King Deshret. It has to do with that. Let's see what's going on here. A dungeon. Needs fire. Which things do I need? Electric eyes.
Hard to remain on dry land for so long.
Okay, I have to change Furina to an
A little extra training?
Everest. Just in case there are puzzles with that element.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman.
Huh?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Maybe... I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there's one that gave light. This one. That one too. That one also changes. So there's those type of puzzle, but then bigger. So if I change this, okay. Wait a minute. I will say this area on the map does have a lot of underground areas. Like, is it all of it? Activate the elevator to go down, even though this is a dungeon. No, not leave.
Stop right there.
Go.
Let's just continue.
Faster? Okay, faster.
I think I can better just avoid it. I don't know.
Final warning. Hands where I can see 'em.
Rise.
Propagate! Spring forth!
Stop right there.
Propagate!
Did we do it? Okay. Let's just look around more. More enemies up ahead.
Eyes on me. Drop your weapons.
Okay. Stick down these mushroom things. Where's the last one? Over here. Okay. This is a pretty nice place, I will say. Overgrown pyramid. It's just weird. These are dollars? Oh. I saw that chest. Okay, that way it's a whole maze. Oh, this way.
Propagate! Germinate!
Justice will prevail. Final warning.
Scatter!
Fire and grass is a good combination, I will say. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, let's get up.
Stop right there.
Propagate!
Stand down.
Opening box
Okay.
for the Deptidrix. Go.
Drop your weapons.
Scatter!
Hands where I can see 'em.
Spring forth!
Take them down. There's a chest here. Is that the whole reason I came up here? No idea what's on there. So the whole reason to get up here is just for one chest. Does that mean that we're in dead end? Or did something change? There's a whole maze down here. Guess there is maybe something here. Can't say this all of it. I will feel like there is something here. But I guess no. Oh. Smart. I knew there was more to it.
Propagate. Life goes on.
But you can't fool me.
Final warning. Power that ended Haishan. Drop your weapons. Justice will prevail.
Propagate. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop right there.
Okay. More symbols. Interesting. These automatically change things, so... Turn off. Okay, if that one is already dead, then I just have to wait until that one. Now wait. And bam. I guess I need to go down. Let's just go all the way down. Yep, it does. What's down here?
That's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
I would say more the Dendro Archon, divine essence of the Dendro Archon. Ooh, the portal? Wait. Is that a tree? No, it's smaller. This tree is way smaller.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait. What's that?
Anubis?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Like a tomb.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
Who is
You can
Kasala?
read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Is it
use the
sharing
cursor.
knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Okay, I'm going to see a hologram or something.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise.
Yeah.
A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world.
Alien.
Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate,
Dark gray scales.
remained.
Scales.
Were
So
it
it's just
not
like
for
that.
greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village.
That is our
Thus,
village.
The miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child.
What?
How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep.
The greater Lord Ruka is
Children
lesser
of the
Lord.
desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act
Or something like
of
that.
benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, The all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. Who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
I don't know. For freedom?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep.
Yeah, I get it. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon anyway. Maybe in like 10 minutes or something.
Stop yelling.
Is there something more around here? Or does it look only special? Like, what is this? A painting plate? I don't know. Like, what if we climb this? Is there something up here? A slide down.
Faster? Huh?
Okay, I get it. Oh no. Yeah, you can't really climb here. I guess there's nothing here left anyway. So let's just hop out of this dungeon. Leveling up. Okay. How do you normally get out of here? I guess we have a TP. Should we complete this? Let's just end this quest. I don't know how. We should do this, but we need to think of something, I guess. Let's grab furina.
Witness my magnificence!
Okay, I will do that.
Shower me with praise! Ah.
Okay, there is one teleport point close by. I guess that is the location of their hideout. Makes sense, I guess. Around the same area. Let's just get some guards that are faster.
You lead the way.
Surprise!
Will the others accept it? Like, I'm thinking that the other Ermites would think that he's being mind controlled or something. But the only way you can accept it is seeing it with your own mind.
Step on up!
We will see.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
They're the people from Academy.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Say you're trying to create a new god, are they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He
Yeah.
brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaith. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
Yeah, but but the sages and product won't be the greater Rotadevara, it will be the Balandir.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light.
Yeah.
This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
God could be
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If
Okay.
everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Okay. I would very much actually believe the people of the Academy.
Over here.
Fatui is over there. Okay. Let's just go to the village. Finish this quest. And then, I don't know. End it.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes. and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Deze is snack of tea. Final from solemn expression, face looks like made up. Mind and also turns towards the crowd you want to listen to. After that, story comes out, all the experience narrative. You want to share everything from once, everything.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I had anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
But
Now
we
that
talked
Ramon's
about the
joined us,
time
we'll
loop.
Be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's
Whatever
brainstorm a
lies
little more
ahead.
about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Yeah. Quest completed, that's what I wanted.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change...
Okay, let's get out of here. I said he is back. Let's go to the statue of the 7. It is a nice village. Even though we technically already skipped through it this entire episode. Made more sense to have like Furina standing here. Make the thumbnail like that. Instead I did it in a random mountain facing desert. Wait, I do already have let's do like this. I think I'm gonna end stream here. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. So, I'm gonna end stream. Luckily the internet works well. Next stream will probably be Senseless Zero. I wanna play that one more. Because the last stream of that was pretty short. And after that I will be on vacation, so I won't be streaming for another 2 weeks. And we will see what's going on afterwards. So, I will be in the real life version of Fontaine then. And see you guys next time. Goodbye.